It's it's Saturday, November the 25th, 2023. This is Coffee Talk number 92 live stream. KP Heathen, welcome. Evelyn Official, welcome. Well, good morning. I'm sure it is Sunday morning on your side of the world. Holly Ivans, thank you for coming in, Holly. Welcome. 5 in the house. Verna, thank you for coming in. Yeah, we got tons of turkey left over too. Six in the house. Jamaica. Freeze dried turkey. Well, that's good. I hate to tell you this. I paid. I just got a 12-person tent for my wife to replace our other tent that's about 20 years old, and paid a little less than $400 for it. Um, she ordered it from Kohl's. $15 is a lot better deal for a tent. The tent would be the bug out command post. I don't know that I paid for the name. It's what she wanted. I was looking at tents. She wanted a large tent, you know, and you're not going to really find a large tent for under $250, $275. And she wanted something that would be multi-seasonal, a little bit more heavy duty, and you know, if you're gonna in for a penny, in for a pound, whatever you want to call it, old British saying. But yeah, I probably paid too much. That is true. 7 in the house, 5 likes. I have been getting stuff that I've ordered in, and I will start posting images, and I keep saying I'm going to do that, and I haven't. I'll start posting images and shorts and videos and such of what I've been purchasing. And these are items that individually are not expensive. The expensive stuff hasn't come in yet. I bought a I bought another Blue Eddy power station. I bought one for my daughter here last time they had a sale, and they had another sale, and I bought this one. Paid $198 for it, taxes and everything. It came out to about $215, free shipping. I ordered a Bouge RV 37 quart refrigerator freezer. It has wheels. It has a pull-out handle for you can move it around. I paid a little less than $300 for that one on sale. And you know, it was my wife's birthday. She's getting older. We're all getting older. And there's some things that she needed, some things she wanted, and I have the money, so, you know, I take care of my family. Joshua Humphrey. Welcome, Joshua. Seven in the house. I've been off this week, Thanksgiving. One of the benefits of being an educator is you get tons of vacation time off. You you have your weekends off, Saturdays and Sundays. We normally have a holiday every month. You'll have like a Monday or a Friday that you're off. And you get off a week at Thanksgiving. I come back Monday. I'll work 3 weeks, and then I'll have 2 weeks off for Christmas and New Year, winter break. I'll come back. Then there'll be a spring break for a week. I'll have off a couple of days at Easter. When the school year ends, I'll have a couple of months off before I have to come back. You know, you get paid once a month. Mary Joy Mix TV, thank you for coming in, Mary Joy Mix TV. Welcome. Little Lone Prepper, thank you for coming in. So I'm at 1,464 subscribers. It's going very slow right now. I'm not working the channel. I'm not doing the outreach. And I pick up a couple, I lose a couple. Hey, if I pick up people that stay with me, a blessing. Lose a couple of people, you know, it is what it is. So Burt's Beats MDBC. Hello. Welcome, young man. This is a channel that's up and coming. Hopefully we're all up and coming. my friend Guru Dave and Echo, living my best life at 60, turned me on to this channel. And he is a member of something called the Modern Day Breakfast Club. And if you are interested in connecting with some people that he's connected with, there's a group of them, maybe 20, 25 people, I understand. Put a hashtag Modern Day Breakfast Club when you do a video. Put that in the description, and it will encourage members of his group to come in and watch your video, subscribe your channel. You know, you basically agree to support the people who support you, and you can grow your channel. And Bus Stop, thanks for coming in. 10 in the house, 10 likes. Bus Stop and Smashing. Did they tell you the story that I got them together? I introduced them. Mike Rise is in the house. Mike, have a blessed day, and my best to your missus and your unborn tribe. I think he's having triplets or twins or something other. Idaho Garden Girl, thank you for coming in. Walter Davis. I had the intentions of really doing a lot for my channel over the break. 9 days off. I said I'm going to go ahead and work it and hit 1,500. Well, I've been ill. I went to the doctor earlier in the week. Been taking medication, and I had not been working my channel. I've been sleeping a lot. I mean, I've been sleeping. I've been resting. I've been sleeping. I haven't been watching a lot of videos. I've run a few playlists, and but I have not done what I originally intended to do. Boss ARO, thank you for coming in, Boss ARO. Yes, that's what your body needs, is rest. You need rest and sleep. Guru Dave, I had mentioned you. Another good friend who has been under the weather, recovering. Oh, here's somebody I'm not familiar with that just came in. Let's see. I saw it first. and that's HEATH Juan 1371. I saw it first. I just subscribed your channel. Let me share you out. Well, here's one for you to connect with. Bus stop. And I gave you standard moderator. Right now, Dave and Echo on Living My Best Life at 60 right now on her channel. They're doing a Yahtzee tournament. And they're working their way through. I think they're on round 2. And I encourage you to go over. And Yahtzee can be addicting. It really can. I haven't played in years, but it can be addicting. And they're working their way through a tournament on her live streams right now. And they're playing for channels. And whoever wins, and they're basically playing on somebody's behalf. Whoever wins, I think, is getting like a $50 certificate or some such. I don't know. I may be wrong. I encourage you to go over and connect. And Dave, I'm trying that Modern Day Breakfast Club, that hashtag Modern Day Breakfast Club. I've had Bert's Beats come in on several of my videos, my little short stuff, and and I've went on some of his. He's doing this countdown to Christmas with his dog, and he's been posting a lot of shorts and such, and I've been commenting, liking those. Waiting to see where the Army comes in. Living My Best Life at 60. There's Echo. I was giving y'all a plug. The Yahtzee tournament. And I will be trying to help you with that watch time, Echo. I played one of your live streams. Plain old Chuck. How's it going, Chuck? I tell you what, I've been liking your sit downs where you're making coffee and such. I like those old school percolators. Reminds me of when I was a kid. And reminds me of the good old days when Mom or my aunt or whoever would make coffee and they'd have percolated. It was wonderful. I remember the old, they'd brew tea, and you'd have iced tea. And I mean, nothing better than their old home brewed iced tea and the coffee and all that, and homemade ice cream and all the various, I mean, back in the day when I was a kid, I mean, that was the time of life. Many years ago, 40, 50 years ago. I miss those times. Well, you and Sean, you're always coming up with, you're always fighting stuff. Shovelhead 8, I'm sure you're subscribed to Sean. I think y'all are part of that cast iron club. But I enjoy and I follow, Scott, Sean, Chuck. I follow you guys, and I might not, watch it right when it comes out. Inside of a week or so, I watch those videos, and I always leave a like. and I try to do full views. I don't just come in, say hello, and take off. I think you got a few years on me, Chuck. I'm 61. I should probably be in my 80s because my parents were married for 21 years before they had me. And most of my first cousins, um, the only person on my mother's side of the family that I'm really in connection with, my cousin Barbara, she just turned 81. She used to change my diapers when I was a baby, used to babysit me when she was in college. Oh, oh, Dave was in intensive care. He was in the hospital in intensive care for a while, touch and go, and he's out. He's out now, but he's recovering, and it'll be a while before he gets back up to speed. So, cut him some slack if he hasn't been giving you love. It's his health has really been he's been on the mend. Luckily, he's got Echo to help keep him going. And I'll be making my playlist. Vay, I'll play a live stream tonight, Vay. Excuse me, I should say Verna. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Verna. Living my best life. I'm going to give you a live stream tonight on my playlist. So, let me go over a couple of things in the news. A couple of years ago, there was a trial of they've been trying those officers up in Minneapolis that were involved with the arrest of, what was the guy's name? Anyway, this officer was convicted of second-degree murder. He had his knee on the guy's back. The guy wound up dying. He was stabbed. Was it today or yesterday? They have him in a correctional facility serving his time in Arizona, I believe, in a minimum security. And there was an incident and he was stabbed. Not life-threatening. They managed to, you know, he's in the hospital now. But his name is Derek Chauvin, and he wound up being stabbed. He's trying to get an appeal. The information about the autopsy came out that's not what killed him. I mean, he OD'd. He had a diseased heart. He OD'd on fentanyl. He had like a very lethal dose of fentanyl in his system. That's basically what killed him. And because of politics, the police got blamed for it. You know, they had a viral video. It was out. It showed him from a certain angle. There's other video that's come out now that shows that, you know, he wasn't the cause of the guy's death. What was the guy's name? I don't even remember the guy's name. But anyway, Don't, Chuck, you're fine. You got another 20 years in you. Well, you may be the youngest person here tonight. Bus stop. Yeah. Um, that percolator that you had, that was a really nice one. Yeah, they are. I'm glad they got together. Susanna Morrison, thank you for coming in, Susanna Morrison. Proud single mom. Beautiful lady with a beautiful daughter. She's on the other side of the world. Good Sunday morning to you. uh, yeah, I hear you. How many more years will I teach? Oh, this is Bert, so this is like a second channel. I subscribed that channel, Bert. Oh, I don't know. Um, how many more years will I teach? I guess as long as I feel like, I can do it. The money's good. I get a retirement check from the state for 30 years in education. And then I'm, getting my paycheck now. And, you know, um, my house is going to need a roof. That's $20,000 or so. Probably need a new heating air system. Spend $10,000 on that. It helps pay bills. It's not hard work. I'm decent at it. I have support. As long as I enjoy what I'm doing and I have the health, I can do it. Benoit Vogue Creation, thank you for coming in. 12 in the house, 16 likes. If you have not left me a like, please leave me a like. Callie Singh, thank you for coming in. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, Floyd swallowed a bag of fentanyl when he saw the cops coming up. Yeah, they're arresting him for apparently George Floyd. That's right, George Floyd. They were going to arrest him for passing a fake counterfeit $20 bill. That's why they called on him, I think. And he had overdosed. He overdosed on fentanyl, and they had to revive him a couple of weeks before. He was at the emergency room. He OD'd. They had to bring him back. So he wasn't long for this world. Mike Crusher Reviews, thank you for coming in, Mike. But he's applied for a retrial based on the coroner's report that's come out, the information from the coroner's report that's come out. They suppressed a lot of this stuff that he didn't get a fair trial. I mean, trying a police officer in a liberal city, everything was set up against him. He didn't get a fair trial. It's like Trump, where they're trying to try him in Washington on those charges. They're trying to try him in New York City on those charges, where 90% of the people are Democrats, and you think that you're going to get than the liberal judges, and you think you're going to get a fair shake. And I mean, and what they're trying him for is not really like they made up stuff to try to charge him. And I don't care whether you like Trump or you dislike Trump. You should be against that kind of voodoo, whichever party you're talking about. Yeah, one of the things about the brain, Smart Girl NYC, thanks for coming in. One of the things about the brain is that you take a person who's educated, who reads a lot, who really exercises their brain. If you were to open up their skull and look at their brain, it's got a lot more ridges. It's got a lot more texture to it and ridges. Whereas a person who's like, you know, not quite the same level, very smooth. The brain's very smooth. Doesn't have any. It hasn't been worked. So it's very, very. You can tell. They can tell the difference between the brain of somebody who was an intellectual and somebody who wasn't. Lady M. Thank you for coming in, Lady M. Please leave a like if you have not. Please feel free to drop your link. If you have a premiere coming up, you have a live stream coming up, please feel free to mention it. If you are not connected to each other, I encourage you to connect. 10 in the house. So, to show a few of the things that I've been buying, I will play with my toys. This is a prepper toy. This is a camp stove, and I have 3 of them. Got extras for the go bags for the wife and the kid. It assembles. You put a camp heater sterno in it. Light it. These burn for 6 hours. And you can boil water. Those right now are $13 and change on Amazon. So, they say 1 is none and 2 is 1, and well, I just got 2 more in. And I ordered another set. Cup, mug. I can boil 20 ounces of water. I just got another one in, $17. I've got it on my community wall. I also bought a, this is an emergency stove that uses SPIT tabs. Comes with 24 tabs. You can, the difference between this and the other one is that these tabs don't smell good. So when you use it, you want to use it in a ventilated area, like you want to use it outdoors. Because the tabs really do not smell they don't smell good, and they really create a bad smell. Hillbilly Josh, how's it going, young man? Thank you for coming in. So, my daughter and I had Chick-fil-A for supper. My wife's planning on having um, chicken spaghetti. We saved a bunch of turkey and leftovers. So I've been buying items, Black Friday. I haven't got the big stuff in. I've got a couple of boxes over there that I need to open up. Got a bunch of little goodies and such that I ordered at the same time. If you don't want to get a bunch of single, little boxes of stuff, you want to get like one bigger box. Order, if you're going to order 4 or 5 things, order it all at once. They'll put it in a bigger box when they send it to you. Yes, Chick-fil-A is hugely popular in the Christian community. Ungrateful peasant. Wayne. Yesterday, there was a big stink over in Ireland, in Dublin. An immigrant stabbed, I guess it was a family, a man, a woman, and 3 kids near a school, and resulted in a big riot, in Dublin. They're fed up with the immigrants coming in, disrespecting, our religion, disrespecting our culture, trying to, you know, trying to force their beliefs on us. I tell you what, back when I was a principal, and I used to go to all the football games, whether they were home or away, and usually the away games I'd go uh, in a van, usually with the cheerleaders, Well, we would usually stop, and a lot of times you'd stop at a Dairy Queen or you'd stop at a Whataburger after a game. And they had this tradition for every win, this younger coach, they would add a they'd add a cheese at a in a they'd add a burger, a beef patty, and a cheese to it, and got to the point where he had like 7 or 8. Uh, they'd make him this huge Whataburger with 7 or 8, and he'd eat the damn thing. He'd eat the damn thing. I mean, he was in distress after he did. Probably, really, he paid for it in the restaurant, but he'd eat the damn thing. And I mean, I need to pull up one of my old pictures, but I mean, I got pictures of the, where he's got this huge, look like 7 or 8 pieces of meat and 7 or 8 pieces of cheese, all stacked up, and uh, you know. So yeah, Chick-fil-A. That's another one. Good Chick-fil-A. If we were a little bit bigger place, we'd stop, and the kids would like to eat Chick-fil-A. The girls and the cheerleaders and such. I used to drive with the cheerleader sponsor, and van go, van gets up there faster, and van gets back faster. You know, sometimes I drive. you know, um, no, they don't plan to assimilate. Um, in their religion, and you can check me, you can fact check me. In their religion, they don't have to treat non-believers civilly. They can do what pretty much what they want to with non-believers, and they believe that non-believers are going to go to hell, their version of hell, if you're not a, if you don't practice their faith, then you're going to basically serve time and you're going to go to hell. Um, they claim they believe in the Old Testament, that they're one of the faiths of the, descended of the Old Testament and the New Testament, and they claim that they're, sound, but they just now, a lot of them, the ones that practice, they don't know. It's like a lot of Christians don't read the Bible. They know what they're told. They go to, some of them go to church, and they'll read a little passage here and a little passage there, and they don't know. They sort of know, but they don't know. Whereas if you read the scriptures, if you read, if you've read the Bible through, you know, the Apocrypha, which the Catholics have the Apocrypha in their scripture, um, and basically the Old Testament starts with the five books of Moses, um, Genesis, uh, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, and it goes through until about 400 BC, before Christ. About 400 years it stops. That's the Old Testament, what the Jews would refer to as the Torah. And then there are additional books that were written in between that time, between the end of that period of about 400 BC until about 4 to 5 BC, with the advent of Jesus, the birth, which the Gospels document the birth. And the New Testament basically documents from about 4 or 5 BC, when Jesus was, conceived and born, the announcement and everything. And it goes up to the book of Revelations was written probably about 90 AD or so. Last book that's in the canon of the scriptures. So you've got 66 books in the Bible, like the King James Bible, about 66 books. 27 in the New Testament. The remainder were in the Old Testament. 66 books. And there are other books, and we have other gospels and stuff that was written, but they're not in the canon that was established in the 4th century when they established the canon. There's a Gospel of Peter, as an example, which pretty much covers most of what's in the Gospels. It's attributed to Peter. There's a Gospel of Philip. I don't know about not bathing, bus stop. Well, I don't want to scare everybody off and, talking religion. I can talk religion, and I can talk beliefs of various, because I've studied that stuff back in the day. But that's the fight, now between the different faiths. So, looking at right now, I'm going to run some playlists tonight. Bust Up, I need to give you some love too, son. It's been a while since I've run a bunch of your stuff, other than just what comes up, when I'm browsing. I'm going to add you onto the playlist tonight. And I tell you what, same thing, Wayne. I need to give you some love. It's been a week or so since I've watched one of your videos, and I will plan on doing that when I get off here. But yeah, I was watching a video today about that incident, and and I talk about this, and I've said this to people. If you are in business to do business, you're not in business for politics. The way the population's divided up, you've got a good chunk that's on the left, you got a good chunk that's on the right, and if you start talking politics, you're going to offend one or the other. So if you're in business, you want to basically just be neutral. You're there to make money. You're there to provide a service or whatever you do. You're not there to go over politics. And well, I'm glad you're feeling better. Um, there was an incident here. It's been maybe 4 years ago now, 4 or 5 years ago. Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who was press secretary for a period of time in the White House. She anniversary dinner with her husband, family, went to this little restaurant in the suburbs, and some of the employees in there recognized her, and they are anti, you know, her president, and they didn't like her being in there. So they called their boss. The boss came over, the owner. They said, "Hey, really, we don't really want to serve her. We don't want her in here. Blah blah blah. We don't agree with her politics, and we want her out of here." So the owner, bowing to the employees, asked her to leave. She did a tweet or some such, and that she had been asked to leave. Blah 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 blah. She left. It made a real big storm. People started protesting. People started boycotting. Went out of business. You know, and you can't afford to be doing that. If you're in business to make money, you need to leave that crap alone. Whatever. If the food's good, that's what's important. Okay, bus stop. I will try to get you some watch time. I'll try to get you some comments, bus stop. I will leave you some comments, son. Worry not. Um, so I had been purchasing things and purchasing preps, ordering stuff to fill in holes that I need to fill in. I ordered a couple of tourniquets. I ordered 3 Israeli bandages for my medical kit. And if you have not had a first aid course, you need to take a first aid course. It's important. You can get a card, and I encourage you to do so. While you can, you need to be filling in, your prepping stuff, having things that you need. You need to have a plan. What are you going to do in an emergency? Are you staying where you're at? Do you have somewhere to go? Do you have a group? If you're in a group, do you know what the plan is? Does everybody know what the plan is? If you're the leader and something happens to you, whoever's going to take your place, do they know what's going to happen? Do they know what to do? Do they know where the stash is? Do they know where to go? How to get there? Yeah, and you do need to have a rotation. You need to put stuff on a rotation. You need to make sure, put the date on it. You need to store it properly. I have started buying, and I'll show you, it's starting to come in. I'm going to do like what Lee does, like a pantry haul where he shows what he's got coming in. I do that periodically. I don't do that weekly, but I do it periodically. And I've been ordering freeze-dried number 10 cans. Powdered milk. I've got tons of powdered milk, whey milk and such. Powdered butter, powdered peanut butter. Lots of freeze-dried foods and such. And kits. I bought a bunch of kits on sale. They had the ReadyWise 72-hour kits that normally go for about $40, $45 now. They had them clearance priced at $9, and I bought 20 of them. About 20 of them. The kits you see behind me, those are two different kits, two different types of kits. They had them, they were $88. They marked them down to $40 clearance, and I bought 10 of them. I bought 5 of one kind, 5 of the other. And some of them are behind me right there. That stuff is good for 25, 30 years. You need to be able to boil water. Yes, Bust Up, I have to agree with Callie. Stop belching in your videos. Whoa, I wanted them to know I was there. Yeah, and one time I heard a loud whoop, and I thought, okay, that was the wind. You remember that one? I commented on that one, and you said, that wasn't me, that was a car passing by. You're right. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry, but your toilet humor is my... Oh, Lord, Lord, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Bus stop. So, yeah, funny. Okie dokie. So, I'm sorry. Every day when you wake up, be thankful and say a prayer and thank God for the day that you woke up, that you have another day. You never know when you're not going to wake up. Our days are numbered. Every day pray. Pray for those in need. I pray for my family. I pray for my health, my family's health. I pray for safety. I pray for wisdom. I don't pray for money. People are always praying about what they want to get rich. And your health, your family, your mind. I pray for wisdom. Those are the things you should pray for. Pray for peace. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. A lot of people get grossed out by stuff. And he's young, and he's got a sense of humor. He sends me nice stuff. He sends me text messages. He sends me pictures. He'll send me connections to videos and such, political stuff. I appreciate it. But, the belching can be a real turn off to people. But it grosses my wife out, that kind of stuff, toilet humor and all that. And every so often somebody posts one of these little shorts, and has something that is this toilet humor, and I just roll laughing, And yeah, it's sort of gross, but I mean, I'm a kid at heart, and I always found that stuff to be funny, And no, you don't do it in polite society, and you don't do that when you're out and about. But I mean, it's like, it's like TV humor, a movie or whatever. So that gets me going. Um, Slurping when you sip your coffee. Oh well, that doesn't bother me that much, Chuck. I gulp it down. You can say gulping. I gulp. I'll gulp. So I'll be giving you guys love tonight. I'll be playing some live streams and playing some videos, and I'll be leaving comments and thumbs up. You can check on them tomorrow. I always try to, towards the latter part of a video, I always talk about things that you need to do. For one, if you espouse to be a leader, you need to be a follower. A follower is a person that understands chain of command and has a place in that chain of command. Same thing as leader. A leader has to be a good follower. Every leader's got somebody above them. They've got people below them. They've got people above them. They're somewhere in the hierarchy. And the idea of a leader is you lead by example. So don't expect your people to do what you're not willing to do yourself. Walk the walk. It's not do as I say, do as I do, do as I do, do as I say, not as I do. No, that's it. Do as I say, not. No, that's not the way it works. Don't expect people to do what you're not willing to do yourself. And when you see people who are older, show them respect. Be respectful to law enforcement. Appreciate them. Police, EMS, firefighters, deputy sheriffs, constables, Department of Safety, hospital workers. Thank them for their service. They're not doing it to get rich. They risk their lives. Veterans, older veterans. You see a lot of these people with veterans of, Vietnam or whatever. Thank them for their service. A lot of them came back disabled. A lot of them didn't come back. Be thankful for them. Teaching is a ministry. We have to teach the next generation. You teach your kids. You were taught. Home training. A lot of kids today don't have home training. We're having to do it at school. We're having to try to teach them how to behave, how to respond, manners. Please, thank you, excuse me. Turn your head when you cough or sneeze. Excuse me. Thank you. Bless you. Your parents, your grandparents, your children, your spouse, people you care about. You need to be able to tell them you love them. You don't know how much longer you're going to have them or how much longer they're going to be around. How much longer you're going to be around. So that's important. Anton Miles, thank you for coming in. Like number 40, I'm showing 24. YouTube has been screwing up lately with their counts. It's not your fault, but YouTube has been screwing up with the counts lately. I'll go into somebody's stream or I'll go into somebody's video that they've got like 8 or 10 views and it says they have 100 likes. That's not the case. Yeah, it is important to be able to step up. It is. Like in the military, a good experienced sergeant's A lot more valuable than a fresh lieutenant, even though the lieutenant is higher in the chain of command. A smart lieutenant will back the sergeant up, follow the sergeant's lead. But normally the lieutenant's position is in the chain of command, company, like platoon, company. Platoon gets information from company, company gets it from battalion, on up the chain of command. So it's like, well, this is what we're doing, blah, 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 blah. This is what we're expected to do. That comes from the lieutenant going down to the NCOs, sergeants and such. Tomorrow, I will be doing a taco talk. It's Sunday. On Sundays, 7 p.m., I do taco talks. So tomorrow will be a taco talk. And it'll be number 19 or 20. I'm trying to get my 4,000 watch hours. Got a little ways to go. And I appreciate the watch time. I appreciate the rewatches. I've been doing the same thing. I've been giving people, rewatching on videos overnight, on live streams and such, trying to give people love. And I ask that, we're all trying to grow together. So I've got a list of 2, 4, 6, 8 different channels that I'm going to give love to overnight. I'm going to run a live stream, give them love. I appreciate it. That's a good thing. It's a good thing, Dave. I've been bad. I haven't been posting on my wall lately. But usually when I post you up and I post Echo up. Yeah, and the purge is real. Hashtag the purge is real. It is. I've been losing channels a few at a time. I pick up a few at a time. I lose a few at a time. I'm growing slowly. You'll be at over 1,300 before I hit 1,500 probably. Frostbite, thank you for coming in, Frostbite. $12 in the house. So let me open something else up. Excuse me just a second. And yes, bust up, I am wearing some shorts. I know what this is. So I just showed y'all a little earlier. I showed you one of these. This is an emergency stove. Somebody told me that they had got these for $1 over at Walmart on clearance. I said, hey, that's wonderful. And I paid just over $10 for that one, and it came with 24 of those fuel tabs. This is a Smith & Wesson. I paid about $25 for it when I bought it. I've had it a couple of years. It's got a punch on the end of it to break glass. It's got a little notch here. I can go ahead and cut a cord, for if I have a if I need to cut my way out of a car, if I need to cut myself out of a good Lord, I just drew a blank. A seat belt. I could do it. So I'm going to go ahead and open this one up. I know what's in it. I ordered some extra fuel tabs that I wanted to get. And I went and bought 3 packs of fuel tabs. $24 in each. $72. I paid $20. Oh, I'll check. I paid 20 something. $22.72. It was $20.99, $173 for tax. So I've got, and you know, the thing is, you can burn them inside, but they don't smell good. They do not smell good. And I'll post it up on my community wall. But I buy, you know, I buy different things. But I wanted to show y'all. And that's one of the things that I just got in. And I ordered a Bouge RV 12 volt fridge freezer, 37 quart liter. A little less than $300 with tax title delivered. Should come in probably Monday. Told the wife, make sure when the bell rings, you go get this stuff off, because porch pirates, you never know. I'm in a good neighborhood, but you never know. I also ordered another Blue Eddy 12 volt EB3A, like I had unboxed. I did a 7-minute unboxing. Power station. I like the top charger where you can basically wirelessly charge a phone. It's got a 15-watt pad on top of it. I like that. And Erilee's Delights, thanks for coming in, Erilee. The lady has got a good cooking channel. She does some wonderful cooking. And so I ordered that. I ordered the Bouge RV, and I'll do unboxings of them. I'll do little videos on it. And I ordered a tent for my wife. She wanted a 12-person tent. I ordered that. And then I ordered a bunch of little small stuff. And I ordered another case of rations that'll be coming in. I need to unbox. I got 3 cases sitting back there that I haven't unboxed. I need to do an unboxing of them. Got a 4th coming in. And then I've also bought a bunch of number 10 cans, freeze-dried number 10 cans. I'll show that when I get to it. I've got a couple boxes here of stuff I haven't opened yet that came in the last day or two. I'm trying to prime and pump up. I got some ARD meetings on Monday, and I'm trying to do the paperwork for them. Trying to get the IPs and such ready that I'm responsible for. So, as I've said before, everybody needs to be prepared. It's the Scout motto, Boy Scout, Girl Scout mottos. Be prepared. You know, life is good, but it is what it is. You need to really have bottled water. You need to have a good supply of bottled water. You need to have a good supply of canned foods and such. You need to have a good means to heat it. You need to have sanitation in case the plumbing's not working. I've been over sanitation before. and I'll do it again. Everybody, I will be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Time, for a Sunday edition of Taco Talk. I appreciate y'all, and everybody have a blessed day, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow. If I don't, well, I might have met the maker. Well, actually, not met the maker, but eventually meet the maker. Thank you.